Hello and welcome. This is going to be a review video on the app Noteshelf. Noteshelf is an app that tries to give you a good and very realistic writing experience. You can use Noteshelf as a paper replacement for your notebooks and planners, and you can import documents to annotate them as PDFs. Noteshelf is compatible with the Apple Pencil, but as you can see on their website, they encourage you to use all different styli. Their website lists a bunch of different styli that are pretty popular for the iPad, so if you're looking for something that's not the Apple Pencil, this can be pretty helpful. I'll leave a link in the description below. So let's go ahead and take a look at Noteshelf on my iPad Pro 9.7. One of the first things I noticed when I downloaded this app is that the front page uses very large images. This makes it easy to see what information are on these files without having to open them up. So your PDFs and your notebooks are going to be organized on your screen similar to how they would be on iBooks. And you can organize your files by holding and dragging them, similar to how you would organize apps on the iOS. So you can see it creates another kind of shelf or folder for you to keep your notes more organized. I tried taking notes in one of my classes using Noteshelf, so let's open that up. And again, you see this app gives you very large images of the pages so you can navigate through them. This kind of view helps you find your place in your file or find a specific page much more easily. The most useful and unique feature about this app is probably all these customizable pages. So if we create a new notebook, you can see they have a bunch of different options here. A lot of them also aren't just white colored, so they're easier on the eyes. So there are a lot of different choices here. Many of them are things that you would probably buy in a store, so things like legal pad paper, workout sheets, scheduling, to-do lists, planners, and instead of having to get the paper, you can carry around your iPad and just choose the option here. For extra fun, you could design your own pages and set them as a page option, and then you'll always be able to go back and reference to them. You can create your own journals this way. So let's talk about the writing experience. Right now I'm using the pen tool. I don't know if you can tell on screen, but I am experiencing just a little bit of lag when I'm writing with this. My handwriting still looks like how it would if I was using a pencil and paper, but I do notice just a little bit of lag when I'm writing. This is the calligraphy tool. I really like this pen. I think it writes beautifully, and in some cases I preferred taking my notes with the calligraphy pen than I did the actual pen tool. I don't normally write in cursive, but it looks really pretty. Noteshelf gives you one more writing tool, it's the pencil tool. Now, I wouldn't take notes with this one because it writes so lightly. The pencil is definitely more for sketching or shading on your notes rather than trying to write with it. Finally, there's the highlighting tool. They'll blend if you use them on top of each other. And this is how it looks if you highlight some of your writing. Oh yeah, and one more tool, or I guess feature, is this emoji sticker. So you can pick all of your favorite emojis and just slap them into your notes. This top area is using the pen tool, this middle area is the calligraphy pen, the bottom is pen again. Again, I'm using the pen tool on the top and the calligraphy pen here. And after that, I just kept writing with the calligraphy pen because it was thicker, it was easier to read, and I felt like it was a little more responsive. Here I used the pencil tool to try sketching out the projector machine that was in the front of the classroom. It came out pretty nicely. It looks like I really did sketch it with an actual pencil. The last feature I can really show you is the zoom tool. If you have the Apple Pencil, you probably won't be using this, but if you're using a normal stylus, I know the zoom tool can be very important for handwriting. One thing that I really like they provide is this extra dashed line going through the zoom tool. It can really help with writing in a straight line. You can switch pages from down here, and all the tools for navigating around the page are reachable with your left hand. Here's the same thing in portrait. If you turn on the palm rejection, it adds this extra little layer for you to rest your hand on. I think their goal was to try to keep everything that you needed while in the zoom tool down below, and they did a pretty good job with it. There's also a recording feature. You can tap and hold to edit it, and you can drag it around and position it somewhere else on the notes if you wanted to. I wouldn't use this recording feature to record entire lectures, but I can definitely see it being used in interview settings, so you can record people's answers to certain questions and then position the bubble next to that question. This is another file that I took notes on. The professor gave us an outline, so there wasn't a whole lot of writing that I had to do, just a couple annotations and highlighting. I wouldn't take all of my lecture notes using the Noteshelf app just because of that slight delay with the pen and the calligraphy tool. Some of my classes are very difficult and fast-paced, and I really need my handwriting to be 100%. Noteshelf was an app that you can use to take notes if, like in this note, the professor gives you most of the outline and you really want to just highlight and annotate. The nice zoom feature also makes this a good option for people who don't have the $99 Apple Pencil and are using a stylus and need a well-designed zoom. This app is also nice for people who don't like the look and feel of the more artificial apps and want a more realistic writing experience. Noteshelf is in the App Store for $7.99. That gives you the iPad version of the app. There is no iPhone version right now, but I spoke with them and they said that they were working on one. I've showed you most of the features and the different writing tools in this video, and now it's up to you to decide whether or not you want to get it. If you have any questions or if there's anything I can help you with, you can comment them below. Thanks for watching!